So how did the performance go upstairs?
Seemed like it went well.
Seems like it went great.
Our fingers were cold and her lips were quivering.
Is it cold outside right now?
Well, I think you just tack on, the sun wasn't quite out yet, and we were in the shade, and just a little bit of a wind, and so it was a little bit chilly for us, but it was wonderful. It was such a great experience. In the last song we did, to close the show, the sun started peeking through, and it started shining, so it was gorgeous there.
I think you guys called the sun awake is really what happened up there.
We sang it awake.
That's right. So you're Joey, and you're Rory.
Rory.
Do people get you guys confused because you both have these like unisex?
Always,
all
yeah.
the time.
What's a funny story when something like that happened?
Oh, it's just almost every day.
And I also want you both to face the light a little bit too.
Okay.
We want everyone to see your beautiful faces, so we just got fixed by Rick. Thank you, Rick, who's always watching.
Thank you, Rick.
So we're just talking about how they both have these very unique names because they're both male and female names.
Mm-hmm.
We just get a lot, like wherever we go, people will walk up to me and say, "Hi, Joey, we just love you. We love you, Joey." And sometimes we'll tell them, most of the time we'll be like, "Thanks."
Sometimes you're like, all right, I'm in the middle of my meal. I don't even want to, So what was it like when you guys were on TV?
Yeah. You tell them.
Well, the TV show that we were on.
You tell them, honey. It's so cute.
The TV show we were on, it was a reality TV show, which is kind of ironic that we were even part of something like that because we don't really watch a whole lot of TV, especially reality TV. But
except for the early show.
The early show, that's not reality, that's real.
That's right.
And it was just an experience that we were both scared to death to go on because you never really know what they're going to take and what they're going to use and how they're going to maybe twist a story here or there. But for the most part, everyone on the crew, everybody on the set was wonderful. The producers were great, and it was all in real time. So we're thankful, so thankful that we went out for it and that we had the nerve to do it and try it. And within 2 years' time, I can't believe it, we just landed in New York and we just did the early show. Guys.
That's right. So tell me a little bit about Nashville. That's where you guys are from, right?
We live almost an hour south of Nashville.
Oh, an hour south of Nashville. But Nashville is known as the country music capital of the world. I mean, I have this romanticized idea of like walking into a bar in Nashville and seeing like someone on a guitar singing some country music. Is it really like that?
It truly is.
Every day.
It's everywhere down or up there. I moved there in 1995 to write songs, and Joey moved there in 1998. And that's the neat thing is it's a really unique community. It doesn't exist in LA or New York because within a half a mile circle you have 90% of all of country music businesses there, and there might be 80,000 songwriters in that area, in the Nashville community. So the competition's really tough, but everyone is real similar. They all are kind of leading with their hearts, following their dreams. So it's a great place to be.
Fantastic. And so tell me the story about how you guys met.
She stalked me.
Well,
true. That's true, right?
That's the quick version, but that's
well,
not the follow
a lot of
through.
time.
I know.
There.
Okay. We actually met through music, though. He was performing at the Bluebird Cafe, which is a real famous songwriter's place. And he was singing songs, and I walked in and heard him sing and tell all these stories through his music, and I just fell in love with him. I said, one day I'm going to marry him.
Did. Very first thing
really?
Yeah.
First thing she ever said to me was, I saw you play at the Bluebird Cafe 2 years ago, and I knew at that moment I was going to spend the rest of my life with you. And she was right. Here we are. We've been married 8 years now.
That is a good opening line. I got to take some notes.
It's got to be, you have to be confident in your feelings, and you have to just come out and be forthright with them. And just say, this is what it is, this is how it's going to happen, and this is what we're going to be.
Yeah, and you're going to marry me, and it's going to be beautiful, and we have a wonderful life together.
Right. We just didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah,
we had no idea that we were going to be singing together, because at the time, we didn't ever sing together. The kitchen table, maybe, that's it.
And what is it like to live, work, sing, do everything with your significant other?
It's the best way. The best way for us. I know a lot of people say, I don't think I could work with my husband or my wife, but for us, we're just best friends, and we couldn't stand to be a day apart from each other, hardly, especially in a business like this, in a work environment like this, where it takes you all sorts of places, and you're usually not home very much. So this way we get to carry home with us.
Fantastic. And Joey, you have a restaurant. I read. Tell me a little bit about your restaurant and what your favorite dish on the menu is.
Well, I have a little restaurant with Roy's sister called Marcy Joe's Meal House, and we serve breakfast and lunch, and we have a bakery there. So all of our desserts are homemade, all of our breads are homemade, our biscuits, all the food is done from scratch. And Rory's probably the best one to know what his favorite meal is there because he eats there a lot. I just cook a lot.
What do you like, Rory?
I like the pecan sticky rolls. I like the Coca-Cola cake. I like the pancake.
Whoa. Coca-Cola cake?
Yeah.
Coca-Cola cake.
It'll change your life.
It's beautiful. Did you make it with Coke?
Like the drink.
Mm-hmm. What's the how does it work? I don't.
Well, it's just got Coca-Cola in it and flour, sugar, and eggs, and Smucker's hot fudge, topping.
Really? And so, like, can you taste the Coca-Cola? Like, what?
Not really, it brings a lot of moisture to the cake. The Coke does, and the fizziness, and helps it rise, and things like that.
Oh, wow. I've heard of Coca-Cola pork chops. Have you heard of those?
I've heard of those, yes.
Yeah. Oh, you might want to try it out for the menu, maybe, if you're looking for something. They are good. Okay. They're really good.
You should also try the Rory's Overall Breakfast Special. It's really good. It's real popular. I named it.
It's real popular. Mainly with you, but with everyone else also.
No, it's really good because it's so bad for you. Like, everybody, they say, what is it? And then they tell them, and then they're like, I'll definitely having that.
It's just a mountain pile high of delicious stuff.
Of deliciousness. Well, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time. I know that you were just singing and are probably exhausted, but I really appreciate you coming down to Backstage Live. We've loved having you.
Thanks for having us.
Enjoy the rest of your stay in New York. Thanks. So Rick, what's our plan? Are we all...
We are going to wrap up. We're going to say goodbye to everyone.
Say goodbye to everyone.
And turn over the live feed to the ceremony at Ground Zero. So we'll see everybody here next Saturday, 7 to 9. Adriana, thanks for being such a great host.
Thank you.
Today. Welcome. And we'll see everybody next week. Take care.